Hey y'all, I'm here. It is the day after returning from a youth camp where I was one of the leaders. Highly recommend doing that if you can deal with very little sleep and what comes with children. But it was a great time. But I'm just checking back in at the farm here, and Daniel says we have some baby chicks. Alright, we're gonna dig up some onions. I wanted to dig these up before I left for camp, but there just wasn't time. So now the grass is super duper high, and we're gonna go ahead and get them up before they rot. Alright, here's my last one. Here's the last one, and it's that big one I've been looking at. Oh, never mind. This was the one before the big one. Here's the big one. Oh. Wow, look at that one. Okay, I am picking all of our eggplants, and I just found the biggest eggplant ever. Check this out. See if I can get it. Holy moly. Can you see this? I'm gonna have to weigh this. This is massive. Hey y'all, I just grabbed the chicken eggs. It's my first time being outside all day because I've had a migraine. I did walk around in the garden. There is stuff for me to harvest, so I'm gonna go grab that. It is hot. It is cooler than it has been, but I'm gonna have to be careful about the camera overheating. My first red bell pepper. It's not ready to be picked yet. I'm trying to find the other one. There's another one back there that's starting to turn. We have some strawberries here. And believe it or not, Daniel is like, that is not ripe enough, so I'm gonna get it far more red and then I'll pick it. We also have more strawberries over here. This is the first season I have actually been able to harvest strawberries. I have grown strawberries before, but I did a really bad job, I guess, and we didn't get any strawberries. I also read, like, the first year of the strawberry plant, like, remove all their flowers. That I'd been practicing the first time around, and now I'm reading online in a different site. Obviously, they're like, after 1 year, pull up the strawberry plants. They're only good for like 1 year, and I'm like, okay, so what's right? So anyways, I'm just gonna harvest the strawberries from this season, and then the 2 plants that we initially put in the ground, I'll pull those up and leave the 50 plus babies that they left in the ground, and then maybe we'll do that again next year. All right, on to harvesting. Look at all these cherry tomatoes, so many, and I have some of these ones to harvest. This one is split, so depending on how bad that is, I'm going to give it to the birds, but we got plenty of these other big yellow tomatoes. Caterpillar poop. So that's what these little droppings are. So I'm gonna be looking for another one of those horntail caterpillars. Let's see, something's been eating this leaf. So it should be right around here somewhere. Let's see if I can find it. What I chose to grab out of the garden today. We have another eggplant, cabbage leaves, we have the eggs, and then this one is not so bad. I'll just cut off this area nice and ripe. These two I pulled because I don't like, they're so tiny. I'm just gonna let them ripen on the counter. I don't want the plant to put more energy in these as opposed to a large tomato. And then we have a basket full of cherry tomatoes. Hey y'all, you like my new hat? I just got it. I'm really excited about my hat. All right, so we've had rain and more rain and more rain and more rain. And I just wanted to show you what's going on in the garden. So normally after storms, I see mushrooms pop up in the garden, and that's fine. That is just like the soil communicating that they have too much or they need more of certain bacteria or something. But I'm not a scientist. I don't know anything about that really. But I'm noticing two different fungi I've never seen before. So check this out. This one caught my attention. It is bright yellow. I don't know what this is. It's like touching or about to touch this pepper, so I'm gonna go ahead and harvest this yellow pepper. And peppers will continue to ripen after you pick them. Also, can you see these guys? These little mushrooms. I've never seen these ones before, so this is, what do you call this? Like new fungal activity in the garden. And I think it's because of how wet the ground actually is. Anyways, let's go ahead and harvest. Look at my corn. My corn. We had one storm and it blew over one way, and then we had this storm and it fell over this way. Tomorrow maybe I'm gonna see if I can prop it back up with some soil. The neighbor's corn didn't fall over, so that's good. Here are the acorn squash, which after planting, I read online you want 50 feet per a plant. So this is gonna get way out of hand. We're just gonna have fun with it. And my watermelon, here's the first one that popped up. And I've since had one germinate here and here. And I have one that germinated, oh, let me fall over. I have one that germinated right there. I think more will come up, they're just kind of slow to germinate. My sage, I'm gonna harvest a bunch of that and dry it. My sage has gotten out of control in a wonderful way. Look at these green beans. They're taking over. I'm excited to get some fruit from them. And check out the pumpkins. So if I stand in the middle, I can see like the crooked rows that I planted the pumpkin seeds in. Can you see this one right down the middle? And it goes all the way out. I can see 1, 2, 3, 4, at least 5 of the rows of pumpkins. There's 8 different pumpkins out here. And it's gonna be a wild, crazy mess. Still no butternut squash has germinated, so I don't know what's up with that. I might need to replant. All right, lots of tomatoes and squash, so let me harvest that.